Welcome back for another book review. Today we are talking about this one. So this is A Witch's Guide to Wildcraft. Using common plants to create uncommon magic by J.D. Walker. So this book goes over mostly like kind of generic America. Like it talks a lot about plants that you're going to find pretty much anywhere. I will say, as somebody who lives in a desert, also Office Kitty Cato says hellos. Some of the plants that she talks about very early on in the book, she mentions that it's like, oh, well, it only grows in like Arizona or California. And I'm like, cool, that's still a lot of the spots here, but sure. And I don't know that all of these plants would grow here in Utah, just because our extreme climate, we go from very, very hot to very, very cold. And a lot of plants don't always survive that. And, you know, it was just a couple things that it was like, okay, so like not everywhere. And I don't know that it would apply for like Texas where it gets really hot, but like maybe the South it would be okay because you have the humidity. And like I guess some of Texas maybe, because it's so huge. I think they have quite a few different climates. I've never been there, but from what I've heard. But mostly what she's talking about is the coasts. So Washington, Oregon, ironically not California, and like a lot of the East Coast areas, and just kind of places where, you know, the climates aren't going to be very extreme. And that is like the first little chunk of the book. The rest of it is just different entries of different plants. And for those, there is usually a brief introduction. There's like kind of a quick summary. There's the history, the uses, and typically there's going to be some kind of a spell or a recipe to do. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 star. This is a really great option if you are interested in plants and, you know, see if it would grow in your area. Because even if you do live in a desert, you can usually create an environment that it would be fine. And if it's too cold, again, greenhouses and stuff like that. So this is a fantastic resource if you want to be a gardener. She does have a lot of information. She went, and I think she had a master's degree in like gardening. So she knows her stuff. She's done a lot of work in like plants. And so there is a lot of information in here from somebody who has done the work, not just in a magical sense, but in like a mundane sense. And it definitely shows. It's one of those that like you can tell she knows a lot, but it's definitely dumbing it down for like the average person, which I love when they do that. To me, it proves that you know your content very well if you can explain it to the average person who doesn't know anything about it. She does a fantastic job with that. Personally, this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but also like I'm not necessarily big into gardening. And like when I get my plants, it's just because they're pretty. I don't really care what it is. Like I don't really do a lot of like witchcraft gardening stuff. You know, when I have the space at a new house that has like gardening areas and soil that will not kill everything it touches, like I would love to plant more so for food, not really for magic. So obviously if you are interested in this, I would highly recommend it if you are into plants, if you're a beginner to plants, and just gardening in general. This is a really great book to get started. Would I buy this one? Like, maybe. I feel like I would get this if I, again, was able to have a garden space and could grow a lot of things, but we have very limited space in our yard. And a lot of stuff just doesn't grow here. So anyways, I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and bliss be.